Hey everyone, this is Corey with Stafford CDC, and welcome back to another episode of Slipjoint Sunday. You're going to see a bunch of these come out in the middle of the week. I say a bunch. There's going to be two of these that come out midweek, just because I missed 2 weeks. So, didn't want to leave you guys hanging too much. So, it's not going to be a Sunday video, but it's still going to be part of the Slipjoint Sunday series. And today, what you are looking at in front of you is the Rosecraft Blades Obed Creek Bow Trapper. Now this is from Rosecraft Blades. This is the RCT 015. You're looking at a D2 blade, G10 covers, double bolster with some fluting there. D2 as a blade steel, which I believe I said already. This is designed by Andy Armstrong, formerly of Smoky Mountain Knife Works. He was one of the designers for Rough Rider as well, before he left to do his own thing over here at Rosecraft Blades. This guy features a 3.1 inch drop point blade with a nice swedge on top. They call it heavy swedging. You could call it that, but it's only half of the blade, leaving room for the nail nick, so I wouldn't call it too heavy personally, but that's the phrasing they're using. It's 4 1/8 of an inch closed. It's 4.125 with an overall length of 7.2 inches. That makes this a super ergonomic and really nicely sized slip joint. If you want to just put in work, the way that this handle is angled, being so curved like this, you really get your hand in the way, so you're not going to close this on yourself. And even if it were to close somehow, you do have half stops that are pretty sturdy. No real issues with the half stop. You can hear it doesn't have super loud walk and talk or anything like that, but you can hear it. You can see there the blade's very pinchable to open. This probably has what I would call a 5 for a pull. It's not, not something that I would call strong, and certainly not something I would call weak either for the pull. It simply is just a good pull on the blade. The strength it takes to pull the knife out is what I'm referring to. Now overall, this is a pretty nice knife to use. It has a full flat grind, and that swedge helps thin things out towards the tip, plus this large handle with the curve in it. Like I said, it was very ergonomic. Of course, you don't have to worry about a pocket clip or anything like that hot spotting on traditional knives. Sometimes what you will have is some very sharp liners. This one actually doesn't. I can feel that the edges are pretty much 90 degrees, but they've been knocked down just the slightest, maybe through this polishing process that it's gone through, so you don't have any sharp edges catching your hand here. It's one of my big pet peeves, because you have this gap all the way down the knife, and there is some contouring that's going on here, but it's a good way to trap your fingers and kind of pinch them. But no issues for me on this. And I wear a large size glove, so this gives you an idea of how that fits in my hand. Now these are still in stock on the Rosecraft website. These are $64.49, which is a pretty good value. I mean, you'd have to compare these not to a normal Rough Rider, of course, but to more so like a Rough Rider reserve knife. But honestly, these compete and outdo Case. Case knives are anywhere from like $60 to $90 brand new, for the most part, for the slip joints. So you're definitely getting something nicer than that. And D2, I will take over the 440C or whatever stainless it is that Case is using nowadays. They just call it stainless. I'm not sure they disclose what steel it is. Of course, I still like the carbon steels and the chrome vanadium that Case uses, but build quality and overall fit and finish is so much greater on the Rosecrafts. Let's see if I have any other stats here to talk to you about. Not really. There's not really anything else listed on the website here besides the length. Oh, there we go. The weight on this is 3.5 ounces, so it's not super heavy either, especially for its size. When you're talking about having all steel construction, it's really not bad. Overall, though, a super nice, really neat, affordable slip joint at $65, just under. You're talking about a nice full-size knife. That the skull is not my cup of tea. The skull shield here, some people might really like that, and some people really dig the idea of the bow trapper something that I hated aesthetically, but in hand have really come to enjoy. So that's where I'm going to leave this one, keeping it nice and short. Thanks for tuning in to another Slipjoint Sunday, and appreciate you watching. Share your thoughts down below if you want, and thank you again. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.